kind of like crystal comes down. But then I'm going to be going more in depth on my Patreon channel on that small business tier. But I'd also love to show people how to sell them, and not even just suncatchers.
Hi, my name's Becky, and if you're new here, I make suncatchers and suncatcher DIY kits with video tutorials. I started Veneer Creations in 2017, and since then it has become a full-time successful business. Suncatcher Diaries is where I record everything that goes on in my small business behind the scenes. Hi, and welcome back to Suncatcher Diaries. I actually forgot to do an intro on this because I started this Suncatcher Diary straight after the last one. I've been getting really good at posting every week, so that's amazing. And so I just thought I'd quickly say hello before we get into the vlog, and this is just me making some moons and editing some videos.
So I've just filmed another tutorial this morning. I filmed another one yesterday. So I filmed 2 moon tutorials in the past 2 days, and then I've just edited 3 videos. And then as I've been editing the videos, I've been doing this. It's now 3:20, and Loki's about to come back from summer sports club. So I need to probably stop working and just give him a bit of attention when he gets home, and then when he has his chill time later on, I'll be able to pick up work again. That's literally what you have to do on the 6-week holidays. No rest for the wicked, but I love it when he comes home because he gets to tell me about what he's been doing all day. So I'm going to make myself a brew quickly before he comes back, because I literally he cracks the whip as soon as he comes home. He's like, "Mummy, in the back garden, football now." I've been asked to do more of these about 1,000,000 times, so these are going to be on the website hopefully next week. I've got 4 of them, so you might have seen me spraying them in the last video. So yeah, there's like 4 of these. So you might have seen me spraying them in the last video, but yeah, people have been asking for them non-stop, so I'm gonna put them on next week. So then there's next week, then the week after, and then after that I'm taking 3 weeks. I'm not going to be off work, but I'm going to be doing a lot less with work because I've got 3 weeks with me and Loki. We're going to spend a lot of quality time together. We've got a holiday because I've got my 10-year anniversary coming up where me and my husband are renewing our vows, and that's going to be a vlog because I'm going to do a really nice backdrop for the vow ceremony. I'm going to do a really nice backdrop, and I'm going to like film over there some sun catchers. I'm also thinking about like doing, like randomly just sat here, and I've just booked myself in to do my first ever in-person workshop in town with a lovely cafe. I tried so many different places. None of them really fit, and I just felt like her cafe, her little coffee shop is it's so nice and welcoming, and I just think that the customers will just love that more. My customers will just love that more. So yeah, I've asked her, I've said we're going to go for it and I'm going to do it, so it's about 8 people will be able to do each one. And she says that she does them monthly, so maybe I might even do them monthly, you'll never know. But all this is to get me ready to start doing my own events. I want to start doing my own events, I've decided. And I want to do my own events, probably like 1 day off events, and also like weekend retreats with my friend Beth. So next year I'm going to hopefully hire out somewhere with a really nice garden, or kind of like maybe a tent or something, I'm not sure. And I want to do like a really nice like workshop while I'm there, which I think people would really enjoy. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, I'm probably going to get into making these and 1,000,000 other things as usual. Tuesday. It's Tuesday today. I've just been making this moon. I've got a couple more of these as well that I'm making this week, but I've just been finishing off this one. This is a rose quartz one. So people have been asking for these quite a bit on my Instagram, like messaging me about them, so they will be up soon. Well, they're probably already up by the time this video goes on. So if they are up at the minute, I'll link them down below, because yeah, they're back. So I'll probably be putting some chains on the bottom and stuff you'll probably see later on. The good news is, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last video, but I've been having some trouble with one of my Alibaba suppliers. They've not been sending out my hoops like on time, but they just literally turned up this morning. So I've got the moon hoops, which I'll show you later. So I've got loads of these 8-inch moon hoops, and I'm going to be doing quite a few different DIY kits with these. I've got two that I've already done, 2 tutorials that I've already done, because I'm going to be off, kind of, not off work, but like doing a lot less work in the last 2 weeks of August, first week of September. I'm kind of going to be spending a lot of time with my family and not doing as much work. So I'm going to make sure that I've still got videos going out of new tutorials and things. I'm going to be making sure that I prioritise my Patreon, so I'm going to make sure all Patreon kits are still available to purchase, so I'm working on that as well this week. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do another restock of DIY kits till September now, you know, the YouTube ones. It'll just be Patreon kits that I am looking. I just need to look after my Patreons basically, and I'll be bringing out a new moon collection of these. So I've made a few more of these are the new moon shapes that have come. It's this size that I've ordered loads of. I have got some other smaller size, but I've not got lots of them. I might buy them like in bulk later on down the line. So yeah, these like an aventurine one and an aquamarine, and I'm thinking, I don't know, I really love them when they're this way. I love the way that the kind of like crystal comes down, but I'll probably be doing like a few that way, a few a different way. So that is what I'm doing at the minute. I've just received this huge order of aura crystals, and the rose quartz aura crystals are so much bigger than usual, so I'm like really pleased with that. So big, like these are normally a lot smaller, so I think that's going to be really good. Look how many has come. Can't wait to get making. So you've probably just seen that my crystal order has just come. So I've just finished filming a video for the small business tier on my Patreon on where I get all these crystals from. So if I've not said before, I've now got a new tier on my Patreon where I give away wholesale information, so where I get all my stock from. And I'm also going to be putting up a lot of information of how I make my sales and basically how I do what I do. So sharing a lot of the information behind the scenes of what and how I run my business basically, and how you can do it too. I'm going to be putting up a few videos on YouTube, but then I'm going to be going more in depth on my Patreon channel on that small business tier. And the main thing you guys seem to want is to know where I get my products from. Now, where I get my products from, when I first started, it was all eBay and Amazon and like places like that. The wholesalers that I used in the beginning, that's basically where I got my stock from. It took me a long time to find wholesalers where I could really start making these savings on my costs. Using these kind of wholesalers has really changed my business and my profit margins. This is why I have decided to do the small business tier on my Patreon, because it's a lot of information that really took me a long time to get. I'm going to be finishing off this as well tomorrow, so she's almost done. And then I've got a few more to make as well, so we'll see how that goes. I've just been planning like the rest of the month. I don't know if I've mentioned in the last clip, I might have already mentioned it. I've just been literally planning out what I'm going to be doing each day and what video is going to be going live when, because I've just never really taken a break like this before, where I've decided to take so much time away from work. Like I am going to, like I said, I am going to be sending orders out still, but I'm going to be doing like so much less than I normally do. Especially for the week that I'm away at my 10-year anniversary. So me and Jonathan are like reviewing on our vows. I'm going to be doing a vlog while I'm there, and I'm going to have like a really big backdrop of with all these sun catchers and things. So that's going to be really fun. That's going to be a really fun Suncatcher Diaries to film. So yeah, I'll see you guys in there probably tomorrow. And happy Wednesday. I'm just working on a few more of these moons today, so I'm going to do one with like the crystal at the bottom, and I've just finished the one I was working on yesterday with the pink rose quartz chips around it. So I'm going to be adding these on next, kind of like slanted like that. And while I've been doing that, I've been watching some videos on YouTube trying to get some inspiration for titles and things for the next video I'm going to be doing. So I want to do a video on like how to start your own handmade business, or how to start the first steps of starting your handmade business, and just some really good tips that I just want to share with people. I've loved like teaching people how to make sun catchers, and that obviously that's my main business. I'm always going to have that. But I'd also love to show people how to sell them, and not even just sun catchers, like any kind of item like jewellery, sculptures, any kind of like items like that. I really want to start making videos and showing people how they can do that from the very start, and how I started doing that and how that looks like today. So it is quite different because everything's kind of video today, where back then it was a lot of pictures, a lot of taking pictures. So yeah, I'm just looking at like how I can do that. I've done a post on Instagram, so you might have seen it if you follow me on Instagram, just asking what heading you guys would prefer for my next YouTube video for that, because I'm excited. The last video that I did with how I made £100,000 in a year did really well, and you guys loved it, and I love making like video content and teaching people how to do things, so that really made me feel really good. And I thought, right, I want to do another one now. Sorry, the camera died. So what I've done, yeah, is I've asked on Instagram a few titles, like what people would want, and I think I've just looked just then when my camera died, and what's winning is how I sell handmade crafts online. But I really liked the heading, which was how I make 10k plus a month selling handmade crafts online. I think that's quite catchy. But I don't know, what do you think? They were my two favourite ones. And then there was another one that was like how I quit my job in a year selling handmade crafts online, or how to quit your job in a year. But that one's a bit funny because I don't want to make any false promises, because if I put how to do that like in a year, not everybody will be able to do that in a year. What to do today? Oh, I'm making up Patreon kits, because I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I'm not going to be doing another restock of YouTube DIY kits till September now, like September the 10th or something like that. Maybe even a bit after that, maybe like September 15th. And I'm just going to be making sure that I've got all my Patreon kits in stock, and just having Patreon kits available until then, because I just really want to look after my Patreons and just carry on with YouTube and Patreons, and then just making like new things like this. So that is my focus until literally like mid-September, and then we'll bring back the DIY kits on YouTube with a massive big promotion, and probably giving some free things away, and then that'll probably go into Christmas. I'm really enjoying at the minute making lots of video content and tutorials, so I just want to keep up with that. Anyway.